I'm a little lightheaded. I know it's because they gave me. I'm, I was hungry. I didn't really have that much to eat before. I got my cider. They gave me my cider first before giving me my entree. It was okay. Probably the best pizza I had in a kind of isolated region. I forgot this place exists. Smoke yard. This is Mammoth Village, Mammoth Lake's Village, or the village at Mammoth Lake. I went up to the peak, the summit of the mountain, which is over 11,000 feet. I'm filming above sea level, so yeah, it was really, really high. This is, honestly, this area, white ice. I might regret this, but cigarette. Yeah. Lake Laka in the UK. A lot of these places don't really have stellar ratings. Also, yeah, this was kind of spontaneous because I learned that I didn't have to work this weekend. So I decided to come here. Like, I'm not staying here in Mammoth because of how expensive it is. It's the cheapest hotel for the night is $400. And I know if I were to pay that price, I would feel obligated to stay like the entire time, and I just don't want to do that. As you can see, it's a lot of snow already here. It's just below freezing. I think it's like in the 20s right now. It's gonna be like maybe 25 degrees Fahrenheit, of course. But it's not. Yeah. And why I say like I would probably feel obligated to stay is because it seems like most of a majority of California is going to be dealing with rain and snowstorms tomorrow, or for like most of the weekdays. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think they said like within the next 48 hours, there's going to be at least like 24 to 36 inches of snow. So you would basically be, you would basically be kind of locked in or shut in or snowed in. I just don't want to be part of that. So kind of happy I came here when I did. Though, yeah, I'm staying in Bishop because Bishop is a lot cheaper. Of course, 45 minutes, 45 miles away, but certainly cheaper than $400. And I'll probably have to leave at like 4 or 5 a.m. to avoid all the snow or the snowstorm, per se. That's cute. That's so cute. So this is the village at Mammoth Lakes. So as you can imagine, this place is freaking expensive, man. Um, Lovely though. This actually reminds me of the Olympic Valley. I came here a few years ago with some friends. Well, kind of. Like we were on our way to go to a conference. Hello. It's pretty small. And let me also mention, my goodness, parking is outrageously expensive, and it's hard to find. So you don't really have many options to begin with. If you like stay, if you're here to visit for the day, you gotta go out of your way to try and find parking. I don't like the. It's like 2 hours to park. Hello. If you don't know, this is Mammoth Lakes in Central California, I think. It's the Eastern Sierra Mountains, or Sierra Nevada Mountains. And as you know, the higher you go in elevation, typically the colder it is. So it's cold. Case in point, it is cold. You can buy these. Okay. Don't. There's a lot of like. I did not like. I decided to come here on Friday. Actually, Friday. I contacted. I'm like, okay, well, do I have to work this weekend? No, okay. So then I saw. We always wanted to come here to Mammoth, and I was so freaking annoyed because when we went to Lake Tahoe for the conference, we were actually really close to coming here to the village. Um, but of course, I don't get final say. So that was just that was just annoying. I also got my little magnet. See? Well, I mean, I know this is elevated, but you can kind of see how deep the snow is. And it's only going to get worse. Well, it's going to get even more crazy. I think there's going to be at least like 2 to 3 feet of snow this week. Absolutely not. You trying to kill me? It's cold already. You're surrounded by lakes and everything. I swear this. I thought they would have like fireplace or something. No, this is California. This is Sierra. This is Eastern Central California. It's about a 5-hour drive from Los Angeles. And I pretty much kind of. The only time I stopped. It's funny. I mean, well, actually, it does snow here, though. Well, evidently, but this is the mountains. So, the mountains are colder. You know, the higher the elevation, the colder it will be. So, it actually does snow here in California. Um, you know, it's the contrary to what people just think. You know, California. No, you're hilarious. Who's this? Dave McCoy. Oh, okay, that's cute. That's a statue of Dave McCoy. He's a founder of the Mammoth Mountain ski area. Um, and you would have to either walk up these steps or walk, I guess, cross this bridge. And they have ski lifts. They have ski lifts here, and okay, this is called the Village Ski Lift actually, and this one is free. It takes you up to um, the other lifts or the other gondolas, ski area. It's free. It's like about maybe 10 or so minutes, and I had no idea. Thanks for stopping by. Sweet dreams. Okay, this. That's. I thought they would. I thought they would like to have some sort of fire going on, or maybe it's because of high winds or whatnot. Let me point out, parking is very, very expensive here. I mean, lodging is expensive. As I stated before, it's like the cheapest hotel or the cheapest lodge is $400 to stay here for the night. And I don't think that's worth it because the weather's going to be really, really hectic this week. There's going to be a snowstorm here. So that's why I decided I'm not paying for that. Oh, no, play that one. They have kind of gondola-esque places. Let me also point out, unfortunately, quite a few of these places have kind of bad ratings on Google. It's funny that you asked. No, this is Mammoth Lakes. This is Mammoth Mountain, actually. The village in Mammoth Mountain. This does remind me. It does look very similar to Lake Tahoe or Lake Tahoe area. This is Mammoth Lakes. This is Central California and the Sierra Mountains, Eastern Sierra. It's actually not that far from Yosemite. Yosemite is also in the Sierra Mountains, just like more centralized. Oh yeah, I think this is more expensive than Tahoe. I've actually been to Tahoe as well. But here, they nickel and dime me for everything. I think, and I'm just gonna say it, I think because Tahoe also shares a border, or like Nevada and California shares Tahoe together. I feel like Nevada is probably helping to mitigate the price a little bit. Oh, I hope you're warm. You know, Illinois is real cold. Hey, I'm not a he, I'm a she. Did you just assume my gender? I'm kidding. But I'm not a he though. I think a lot of people have been, I don't know, it seems like people aren't going home. But unfortunately, whoever is not going or leaving the mountain may be kind of struggling to get out tomorrow morning. This is bad. This will be bad. On my neck of the wood, or at least where I'm gonna be staying, is gonna be it'll be rain. I feel like rain is, it's something, but snow, woo, snow is pretty bad. Oh well, hope that's ketchup. See, snow builds up, rain just kind of goes away, unless, no, risk of floods. People do live here. They do have some residences. They also have some pretty high-end restaurants and whatnot. Hello. Very firm. So I'd say this is more central, but it honestly depends on who you ask. I'd say this is more Central California. Yeah, let's go walk around here a little bit. So much to see, but it's very beautiful though. Oh. Yeah, I remember I went to... Where did I go? I went somewhere. When we went to Lake Tahoe. Or Lake Tahoe... Olympic Valley. Yeah, no, it snows here. Yeah, California, people kind of underestimate how big California actually is. It's big. It's really big. And well, this is the mountains. So the mountains, the higher you go, the higher the elevation, the colder it is. So we're at least right now. I'm at least 7,000 square feet. Square feet. 7,000 feet above sea level. Yeah, so it's pretty high. And same goes pretty much for every region. Because in Southern California, they have multiple ski resorts. Big Bear, Mount High, Mount Baldy, all those places it snows. Lake Arrowhead it snows. It just doesn't have its own ski resort. Caution, birds and slippery. Yeah, so pretty high snow. Like I've even seen it on the mountain earlier. Like some of the trees are almost like pretty much buried in the snow. Yeah, so it does snow here. It was pretty dry in Southern California though. It was dry because it was hot. It was like the 80s, up into the 80s, the past few weeks. It was a very warm February. I'm sure this is a very expensive resort. I can't even imagine how much it costs to stay here tonight. Playing in the snow. Like I said, Mammoth Lakes is pretty damn expensive. It's definitely a place you wanna... Yeah, it's a long and beautiful state. It's very diverse. They said California is one of the only states where you can actually go skiing and go surfing in the same day. The beach would most likely be cold, but no, it's a very diverse state. I'm so mad. I spent a lot of money um at the Woolly Mountain Lodge or something like that. They had many things to do there. Well, not really not many, but at least in the winter they have like the little roller coaster. Um, well, kind of like a mountain coaster. Hello. The mountain coaster, um, like snow tubing, and the zip lining. They have zip lining. But I was disappointed because I admit I did go. Yeah, I'm upset because I spent $100 just to go, and it's coming here first times. Directions can get confusing, so I pretty much had the most expensive roller coaster ride of my life because I was only there. I mean, it was fun, but I was really here to go on the gondola rides. The gondola takes you by itself, like during the weekend. It is pricey. It's about $50 for the ride. Um, I paid. Yeah, but I got that combo. Wait, really? So weird. Because a lot of people would actually prefer to be where it's warm. You're the outlier. Because people, I think actually, you probably don't want to be here because it will snow and snow really hard tomorrow. And it says it's going to be a snowstorm that's going to last several days. Um, Thankfully, I'm not spending the night here. I'm just kind of worried about everyone else who probably came here for President's Day. Because a lot of people have tomorrow off. Just kind of worried about their safety. Oh, okay, yeah, it is pretty humid here. I understand. Honestly, at this point, it's like pick your battle or pick your poison. Because um, California, at least Southern California, has mild weather per se. It does. But of course, we have wildfires. It seems like the wildfires are happening just about every week now. I think this is the end of the line. I gotta go around. Hello. It's so crazy. Y'all love to go to Brazil. Gotta add that to my place. It's just the go-do. Beautiful culture. Some are soft, some are firm. Yep, Central California. I do feel kind of, I'm worried about some of the people who are spending the night, I don't know if they're, if they're trying to go back home. It seems like everyone's gonna try and leave early tomorrow because, ooh-wee is bad. Also, yeah, it is really expensive here. Hillside public parking. I'm gonna keep that in mind. What is this? That is a good question. Talking about where is this? This is Mammoth Lakes, California, which is Central California. Sierra, in the eastern region of the Sierra Mountains. As you can see, it's very cold. It's only gonna get colder. I think it may get down to the negatives later on this week. I just don't want to definitely plan on not being here for that. Um, also, yeah, I just kind of want to go back down to SoCal. Um, so there's no snow. I think there's hardly any snow here in Southern California, specifically in the mountainous regions like Big Bear. But since it seems like most majority of California is going to be having a snow or rainstorm, everyone may be there will be snow. Very powdery. It's very funny. Um, yeah, I've heard actually. I shared a gondola with somebody, and they talked about they came across some hot springs, like across the around the lakes. They do call it. Um, what do they call it? Well, yeah, around Mammoth Lake, since we're surrounded by lakes. So it is very retreat-like. They have they have a spa around here in the village. And here, I know that pool over there is heated. This is a pretty safe town.
You hurry, you'll drop it.
Ooh, they make their own beer. Or at least alcoholic beverages. Oh, yeah, this place actually reminds me of the Alani in Yosemite. Yosemite is also a very beautiful place. I've been twice, but I haven't been in like 7 years. Yeah. So I think, let me see. I don't know if they're in the spa or the pool. I don't want to point to that. I see the spa. I know it's hella cozy. No, no, no. This is this. Where is this? This is Mammoth Lakes. Mammoth, or Mammoth Mountain, in here in the eastern, central east of California. No, no. Like I said, this place is very expensive. So, and cold. You actually have to kind of go out of your way to get here. You won't be coming across a lot of people. I mean, they do have some campgrounds and stuff, but I feel like a lot of these stores are starting to close up. I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon because I'm not staying here. It's $400, just at least $400 to stay here tonight. Plus, it's gonna snow very hard. Thank you, likewise. It's going to snow very hard tomorrow, so I kind of implore a lot of these people to go home early. It's not earlier than me. I will try and make it out to Big Bear though. Um, Big Bear is much closer to me. This is like at least 300 miles away from where I live in LA. It's pretty far. Like I just came from here, the the Shelter Distillery. They have some kind of beer tasting cider, or more so bitter tasting. I wasn't expecting it to be so bitter. I usually like yeah, it's a village. A lot of these restaurants are still open. Um, However, a lot of them don't really have the best reviews, so that is unfortunate. I guess people really like Mammoth. I'll keep that in mind. Yep. Yeah, I live in LA. I haven't really. Well, the last time I met in the Sierra Mountains was like 3 years ago, and they were having a conference, the AEP, Association of Environmental Professionals. So I went with like a few colleagues slash classmates, and we went to Olympic Valley, which is like surrounding Lake Tahoe. And the snow there was really high, but it was. We still stopped by Lake Tahoe. Well, you can still. I respect that. You can still come go places. Here, there's no like nightclubs or anything. People probably drink like leisurely. But I think they have a few mocktails if y'all are able. I'm not a. But good, y'all. I'm not a heavy drinker. I only drink occasionally. Let's see what's over there. Let's go. Let me see if I can find a logo. Cause you would see the crown logo all over Mammoth. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Where?
Oh no, somebody's still in there. As you can see, it's right there actually. Mammoth. You would see that sign or logo all over the place over here. Do I need to zoom out? Okay, I think I'm okay. Yeah. It is, plenty of families here. And shoot, a lot of kids are really good at skiing and snowboarding. I'm like, I want to do that. Mammoth Lakes. That's the town. Guess I'll probably just take the scenic route back. State, California. Mammoth Lakes, California. If you want to know the region, Central, and Eastern Sierra Nevada mountains. I think Trader Joe's, if y'all are in the States, Trader Joe's has some really good, spritzers, or spritzer substitutes. They're pretty good. Zucchini. That's a Italian restaurant, but it's quite expensive. I have a chocolate, well, a beer. Y'all didn't know, Mammoth. Mammoth is actually named after the woolly mammoth. So, like, I'm assuming they probably found some remains of the woolly mammoth here. Some scary looking bears. Like a few gift shops. I think they're closed. Okay, they're closed. So hot chocolate. Hey, smart. Yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff is starting to close up. From here, I want to say I'm from Canada. I'm joking. I'm from the U.S. Well, it's I don't know. I guess it is, but it's still kind of more lively than I thought it would be. Yeah, there's still a lot of people. Well, quite a few people that were in that brewery slash restaurant. If you can, I mean, if it's possible. I don't know. Yeah, it's really nice. But it seems like Northern California, or the ski resorts in, like north. I'm not from Canada. I'm joking. But don't mean to bring a lot of politics into it. But yeah, I'm sorry. I love Canada. I've been to Canada. You know, I apologize for number 47 and the way they're treating a fellow neighbor. It's kind of small, actually. But this looks a lot like the one in Olympic Valley. Olympic Valley is in the Lake Tahoe area. Yeah, soon it'll be just as cold. Just have to do this enough times. Yes, if you say ski resort, it is a ski resort. Oops. Mammoth Conference Center. Imagine having a conference here. That's cool. You can also buy real estate. Maybe in the village, but I know you could buy it in Mammoth. People who own cabins here. Yeah, ski resort. Whew. So here is actually quite lively compared to Bishop. Bishop is not very lively. But it's a lot cheaper than staying here. I'm definitely not driving home tonight. It would probably have been better too, but no, I don't want to fall, risk falling asleep behind the wheel. I would have to pull over anyway, so I want to get home until like probably 3 or 4 a.m. What the? When I see a notification, it says something about snow. Significant snowfall expected Monday morning. No, I don't know about carols. They probably doing that 2 months ago. Yeah. Just spontaneous, but I'm still happy I came. I just kind of wish I knew like a schedule so I could plan it out. Yeah, Mammoth Lakes, beautiful but a bit pricey.
Hey, Paul is the leader.
Yeah. And they also have some other restaurants when you go downstairs on the steps. Oh, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad it was worthwhile because, yeah, I decided to come here on Friday. I was like, oof. Oh man, I guess I do sound like a guy, don't I? Oh boy. No, I'm a lady. I just have a deep voice. Publicly, the restrooms are pretty clean. Yeah. I'll stop by the restaurants and then I'm gonna have to call it because I do want to try and leave you know, before the weather gets really, really bad. I don't want to be stuck here till Friday or Saturday, you know. Yes. Okay. No, I just have a deeper voice. That's all. Pee the pit. They do that, yeah. Looks like they're closing up though. It's Sunday, but it's also like President's Day weekend, so there's more people in town. Obviously some ski shops. No, okay. I'm a girl. Yeah, lots of huge piles of snow across the street. I was almost tempted to climb it so I don't have to walk around or take the long route, but that would have been too dangerous. This is Mammoth Lakes, California. And I see the authorities, so now I really have to go. I kind of... Thanks. Yeah. I kind of been parked in my spot for a while, so I do have to leave. already paid a lot of money in parking across the street. I don't want to do that again. Yeah, well, there's a few restaurants over here. Let me see. I'll see if the restaurant is still open. Oh, ladies. It's a pretty small village, though. Let's see. We do have some public restrooms, though. I'll see if it's still open. But I can't. Just my word of advice. Plan accordingly. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go and use. Yeah, it's very, very beautiful. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I do have to go and use the bathroom or the ladies' room. And I also do have to drive back. So I'm kind of tired. I don't want to fall asleep behind the wheel. Luckily it's only 45 minutes, but you know, it's pretty dark. But thank you so much for stopping by. I wish I could live stream tomorrow, but I don't want to come back here because I don't want to be stuck stuck in ice. Or stuck in snow. But yeah, I do live in Los Angeles. I love to travel. I do have some other live streams of have some other live streams of like different countries. Like a couple months ago I went to Europe. Thank you. So you can check those out. But whenever I go places like this, like LA, San Diego, now I do want to go to Big Beer pretty soon, hopefully by this month or next month. But there'll definitely be more live streams like this. Maybe not as cold, but yeah, I know San Diego's a big hit, or big destination. But yeah, I'm gonna go use the loo and then drive the Bishop because I do not. It's too expensive. Mammoth is way too expensive. $400. Thanks, mister. I appreciate it. I have a portable. I've been using a portable, but also, I do have my multiple chargers and a charger in my car. Yeah, thank y'all so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. This is fun. I thought it was only going to be like 15 minutes, but I really enjoyed y'all company. But yeah, I do stuff like this, so if y'all like it, hit the subscribe button. Thank you. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.